Hey, it's Drace, and today we are making a character-themed D20 dice for Safiyyah. It's a jumbo D20 and it will feature a liquid core. Let's get started.
相手の作戦は
Safiyyah was already one of my favorite characters in Swordofconvallaria, and her SP version in the Night Crimson prequel made me love her even more. I will honor my waifu with her very own D20. First off, this D20 will be huge. We're looking at a 62mm face-to-face die, which is roughly the size of a tennis ball. Here's a comparison between other dice so you can get an idea of how much bigger it's going to be. A standard tabletop D20 is just completely dwarfed by the 60. Bigger is better. From there, we're going to infuse a moving liquid core for that extra pizzazz. I like liquid cores. While they're hard to work with, it's worth it as they're very pretty and they add a beautiful dynamic to the dice. We're going to merge the two, and that's the game plan, but before we can start casting, we need to make some deductions for our design and colors. Let's refer to the clue board. Now, the liquid core is the essence of the die, so let's start with any clues we can find to determine the colors. In the Night Crimson story prequel, there's a constant running motif where Safiyyah is represented as the night, and her counterpart Rowea is represented as the day. Because of their strong friendship, we can't ignore Rowea's influence on Safiyyah, so I want to include her in the die too. Take a look at their 5-star awakening artwork. If both characters are the night and day, then it makes sense that both artworks have the characters chilling in the sunset. The sunset being the meeting of night and day. Are you following me? And just like that, the deduction is made. We have our core's colors. It will glow and flicker a sunset azure and orange. Let's take our empty core and fill it with glitter, according to our colors of azure and orange. The actual liquid fill is comprised of water, alcohol, and vegetable glycerin. The glycerin thickens the water so it can suspend the glitter, while the alcohol keeps things clean. We want to fill it close to full, purposely leaving an air bubble. Trust me, you want that air bubble. I'm not a physicist, so I couldn't tell you why, but if you fully fill the water without the air bubble, the core shatters with the slightest pressure. As an added bonus, having that bubble also helps with the inner flow and movement of the glitter inside. The bubble is good. We're going to pressurize any excess air by keeping the core in a pressure pot overnight. This just ensures that we get a clear liquid fill. It's not a necessary step, but I do it anyways. Once it's ready, we have to carefully seal it using UV resin. You want a nice strong seal so that the liquid doesn't leak. And I shall use a breach tactic, a flash bang of UV light, to quickly cure the resin. We hold this flashlight for about 4 minutes and voila! Our liquid core is ready to be placed inside a cast. Now back to the clue board. For the resin shell, I think we can take Safiyyah's night theme and combine it with her signature blue hair to have a dark blue. And for an accent color, I want her mobile squat outfit to be represented by a pale light gold. Pretty easy color deductions, it's time to cast. Slight disclaimer, please make sure to equip safety gear. Resin casting can be toxic, so we must protect ourselves. Gloves, safety glasses, and a respirator for organic vapors is a must. To start the cast, we need to mix equal parts A and B of our resin. I use a drill with a reusable attachment to mix for 5 to 10 minutes. It's just very convenient so that your hands don't get tired. Even still, I'll take a popsicle stick and manually mix just to make sure I get the edges and bottom of the cup. Referring to our color deductions again, we want a nice indigo blue. Give that a thorough mix. I'll toss some accent glitter in, just enough to sparkle but not too much so that it makes the resin cloudy. And for our final accent color, as per our clues, a neutral pale gold for Safiyyah's mobile squat outfit. With the resin fully mixed and decorated, let's pour a bit of this in the mold for some cushioning, because we have to put the core in. This part is very tough. To have any chance at this, we gotta use the resin that we just mixed as a loop. The mold opening is tight and we'll have to be gentle like Layla, but be firm as Pamina, in order to get the core to penetrate the opening. Yeah. With the core snugly inside, we can fill the mold up to completion. I'm going to quickly clean off the excess with a popsicle stick, and using another breach tactic, let's choose fire coverage. We're going to light up any air bubbles at the surface. This is key so we don't end up with any holes in our cured dice. Finally, let's top up the lid with some extra resin, put the lid on the mold base, and put the whole thing into a pressure pot for 24 hours. After the time has passed, let's remove our mold from the pot, clean up any resin flashing, and prepare ourselves for the extraction. SP Safiyyah is a teamwork-oriented character, so I'm going to summon my brother for a joint attack. 4 hands are better than 2, and you're going to need all the help you can get for the dice extraction. It's a pain in the ass, and you have to make sure that you don't damage your mold while you're pulling out the die. Okay, we got it, but before we can do the big reveal, we have to do some quick polishing and finishing. Using some quote-unquote foam, we're going to do some polishing spins on each of the faces so the die is at its maximum shininess. And then we can do the final step of painting the numbers in, and it's done.
さようなら